So I've been wanting to do this video for a long time because when I wanted to buy the Enyo mop, I was looking for reviews and I couldn't really find any head-to-head comparisons. So I hope this helps somebody who's trying to decide whether to stick with the $30 supermarket mops or shell out $210, we're talking Australian dollars, or $200 to get an Enyo mop. So essentially, if you look at the price comparison, it's somewhere around the 6 times the price of the normal mop. In summary, I would say yes, definitely buy an Enyo mop, and I'll explain to you why. Having used, I just did a video on the Extreme cloth, and I'm just going to talk about this all-purpose head now as well. This is one of the typical Veleda mops that you get from Coles or Woolworths. There are different styles of it, obviously. This particular one comes with a microfiber cloth, which when you buy it new, looks really nice and plush. And this has been maybe 6 months and it's already starting to, it doesn't feel very soft. It just, it's a lot thinner than it was. It was plush when we first got it, and now it's not plush anymore. The other thing is, with Veleda, so basically to summarize, we've had to buy multiple, I can't keep track really, we've bought so many of these cheap mops, at least one every 6 months. And I'm hoping that the Enyo will last a few years. So I think cost-wise, you're probably going to even save money at the end with the Enyo. But look, I'll just show you some of the problems with the supermarket mops. Now, to be fair, there are different styles, but this particular one is very flimsy. So it's made of, the whole thing is plastic. So things always break at the weakest point, and often I find that the Veleda mops will tend to break sort of at this hinge there, at the edge there, with the different mops that we've had, and so things will fall out, the plastic will break, whatever. The other thing that tends to break down with the cheaper mops is that you get these Velcro, and at first it's super convenient because you can just put it over, and then ideally you just click it together like this. But the problem is, after a few washes, this is what happens to the Velcro. And so this mop head, essentially, this cloth is essentially useless. And with the pricing, you're often paying, I don't know, like 12, 15 bucks for the actual cloth. And the mop itself is only 30 bucks. So often you just go, stuff it, I'll just buy, and then they change the model, so then you just buy the whole mop again. And so it's very disposable, and that's not very good for the environment either. So you just tend to just buy a new mop because it's just not worth buying another one of these cloth. And if you've had this experience and you think, well, why would I buy another one of these? I'll just stuff it, I'll just buy the new version of it, hoping that the new version of the mop will be better. And every time, it always works for the first few months and then something breaks. Okay, so this is the Veleda mop. So I think the other thing is that the cloth itself on the Enyo, so in direct comparison, the Enyo mop has got a very solid structure here. And this bit is actually, I think, metal, maybe? This connection here is a lot more solid, and there is a warranty on this. I can't remember how long, but there is a warranty on it. I'm hoping it doesn't break. This is going to be the weakest point, which will be here, and as long as that doesn't break, I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to break. It's certainly a lot more sturdy than this dodgy looking thing here. The cloth itself doesn't rely on any Velcro, so you just click on the open, it opens up, and then you just have these two flaps. And I don't know whether you can tell on the video, but this is like super strong looking and very sturdy. We've had this now for over a month, and this has gone through multiple washes already, and my wife mops the floor at least 2 or 3 times a day. So it is a very well used cloth, and it's still fairly nice. Now it's not as plush as when it first came, but you can see that the fibers are still, they're not sort of all matted down. They still work to clean things. And I think in terms of comparing, okay, look, there's really no comparison. So I'm touching this here, and they feel completely different. I mean, I think it's something to do with, I don't know, I'm not technical. I can't get too technical with this because I don't know what the technicalities are, but I think there's probably more density. There's more fibers, the fibers are better quality. There's just more, it's more absorbent. And the microfiber cloth, you cannot beat. I mean, compared to a supermarket microfiber cloth. So microfiber is not all the same. There are different qualities of microfiber, which is why you get some cloths that are like really cheap and some expensive. So here, when you're using it as a mop, it glides very easily. Now, I did just say that I bought the Extreme mop and I was trying to use that for the outside, which is a waste of money, because I really shouldn't have bought the Extreme mop for the outdoor area, because this is all tiles. So it glides very easily, it moves in all directions. Unlike other mops, you don't sort of, there's no you don't have to orientate it any particular way, so you can just pick up and use it, a bit like a lightning cable. So you can just, now that we have a puppy, we kind of probably have to clean this area quite a lot. So it moves in every direction, just like that. I think the other thing is, I'm not sure whether you can change the height of this telescopic thing. I don't know, doesn't matter. Anyway, it works great. So it's very smooth. The fibers are very dense, and they do a very good job of cleaning. There you go. Now, I'm not even going to try to use this because this is not stuff, but I can tell you now, having used this mop before, oh my goodness. Now, picking this one up suddenly feels very cheap and dodgy. This can also go to be fair, this can also go all 360 directions. Okay. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels very light, for one thing, compared to the Enyo. And I think in terms of cleanliness, you're definitely going to get a better clean from the Enyo. I mean, putting that aside, I think just in terms of durability, from experience, like I said, we buy Veleda Sabco mops at least every 6 months. We do use the mops a lot, so I'm not sure how long the Enyo will last us, but even if it lasts, say, for 3 years, then we have to buy a new microfiber cloth. That's $200 for 3 years. And that's essentially the equivalent price of buying 6 of these mops. I think just when at the end of the 3 years, presumably I'm just going to be buying for the microfiber cloth. I don't need to buy another telescopic lens. Telescopic, whatever, the floor tool thing. So it would just be another $110 or another $100, let's say. And so if it lasts for a few of these mops, I reckon definitely get the Enyo. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
You agree? Do you think this mop is easier to use? It's got a little bit of weight on it, which I think helps when you're actually mopping, because you don't have to, it's just got a little bit of gravity to it. Whereas with the light mops, they just float over the tiles, and I don't think you get a deeper clean. So no comparison really. It just feels like, I don't know, it's just no comparison. The Enyo is just much better quality. So hope that helps. If you're thinking, I'm not getting paid, I'm not some sort of Enyo person, I don't get paid for this, apart from maybe the ads from YouTube, but they're not directly from Enyo. So this is not a biased review. I am very impressed with the Enyo, and I think anyone looking to get, if you've thrown away a few of the supermarket mops and you're thinking, should I get an Enyo? My answer at this point will be yes. If anything changes, I'll upload a new video. Bye-bye.